Hi friends, in this video we are going to see about three types of looping: for loop, while loop and do while loop. While loop will be an example for entry control loop, and do while loop will be an example for exit control loop. First we will see about while loop. So while loop is an this will be an syntax. First initially we have to initialize the variable, then we'll check for the condition, and the variable increment or decrement will be done. While loop is used to execute a single statement or block of statement repetitively until it satisfies the condition. So this is the definition for while loop, and its conditions are three steps to be addressed while we are initializing the while loop. So this will be an syntax. First we have to declare the variable, initialize the variable, and check for the condition. After the condition is true, it will execute the statements. Once the statements are executed, increment or decrement will be done. Again, again it will check for the condition. So this will be an syntax for the while loop. And now we will see an flowchart for the while loop. So initially the condition will be initially the variable will be initialized, and it will check for the condition. If condition is true, it will execute the statements until it condition satisfies the until the loop satisfies the condition. The block of statements or a code will be executed. Else the if once the condition gets false, the execution will be stopped and it will come out of the loop. So this will be then flowchart or flow diagram for the while loop. Now we will see an example program for while loop. So initially you have to declare include the header file, then main function. Initialization is done for I equal to 1. Once initialization is done, the while loop, it does an keyword while open bracket I less than or equal to 5. So this program is used to print the numbers from 1 to 5. Until it satisfies the condition, the number will be executed. So in this once the condition is satisfied, it will print the I value which is available or stored in the I. Then I is incremented, then it will check for the condition. Once the condition is true, again it will execute the code, and it will increment will be done, and again condition will be checked. The same way the process will be done until it satisfies the condition. Once it is come out of the loop, the program will be done. So you will get an output for this program as like 1 2 3 4 5. It is equal to less than equal to 5, so the 5 will be the final output. So output for the program is this one. So this now we saw an while loop statement, syntax, and flowchart, and example program for the while loop. Next we will go with the for loop. So for loop is also same thing. The statement will be executed until it satisfies the condition. So initially for loop, for will be a keyword, and for initialization will be done, and condition and increment, these three things will be done in this single line. So initialization will be done and the condition will be checked. If once the condition is true, it will execute these statements, else it will come out of the loop. Once the condition is true, it will check for the statements and it will be executed, then increment or decrement process will be done. So this will be an syntax for loop. So this was what the execution. First it evaluates the execution initialization code, and it will check for the condition expression. If it is true, it will execute the loop. If it is false, it will come out of the loop. Once the execution is done, it will increment with the conditions. Step 2 will be done. So this will be an flowchart. So initialization, condition will be checked. If the condition is true, the loop will be executed. If we want any modification or increment or decrement, this will be done, and again condition will be checked. Once the condition get false, it will come out of the loop. This will be an example flowchart for the for loop. For example program, the same program, it prints from to print a number from 1 to 10. So initial import header file will be imported. Inside main function initialization is done. I is an variable, int variable. For I equal to 1, I less than 11. This condition is, we don't have equal to sign, so it will check from 1 to 10, not with the 11. So increment, then next condition is 11, increment. Once the condition is true, the print statement will be executed, and it will go with the increment process. So this will be an example program. For this, output is from 1 to 10. So this will be an output for the for loop. Next we will go with the nested for loop. This is the syntax for nested for loop. So initially, first outer loop will be executed, and once the condition is true, the inner loop will be executed until the inner loop gets come out of the get false. Inner loop will be executed. Once the inner loop is executed and get false, it will increment with the outer loop. So this is the syntax for nested for loop. And this is an example program to print an half pyramid of a number, and this will be an output. For do while loop, so initially initialization will be done. Do was a keyword, and a body of the execution will be done, and condition will be checked. Once the condition is true, it will execute your body, else it will come out of the loop. So this is the flow diagram. This is the flow diagram for do while loop, and this is a simple example program. In this program, a is equal to 5 and I equal to 1. Here it is a multiplication of 5 numbers. Multiplication of 5 is did until 10. So a into I. So this is an logical part. A is an 5 and I is will be a looping process. So once I is get incremented, the next value will be done. So 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 10, 5 into 3, 15. Likewise, it loop was executed. So now in this video we saw three concepts: for, while and do while. Thank you.